Doctor, I wish I could have been around you a couple years ago when H1N1 was coming out. That got to the point where we would watch the local news and find out where we could finally get our shot. There were no shots available here. Let's wait next week. You'd go at the local college, and people would line up for hours on end to get these shots. No doubt something else is going to pop up in the next couple of years that is going to lead to the same thing. But that, that was going to be a pandemic, and nothing ever really came of all of that.
Oh gosh, we had SARS, we had bird flu, then we had another round of swine flu. We're going to have bunny flu next. I mean, who knows? And so it's going to keep recycling. But what those two big pushes were for in 2005, the bird flu and then swine flu again, was the $7.2 billion that George Bush gave to Novartis to develop their new flu shot factories. And then when swine flu came along, it was the rest of the money that the government gave them to build new flu shot factories. That's all it was, really, at the end of the day, when you pull back the curtain and see what's back there, was because how flu shots are manufactured are in eggs. It's a very labor-intensive, time-intensive, expensive process that they take an egg and they literally pick a little top off the shell and they inject some viruses in there, and then the virus grows in the egg for 11 days. They centrifuge off the virus and supposedly separate the virus from the egg, which doesn't all get separated, and then they get viruses that come out of the egg, and that ends up in the flu shot. And that's how flu shots are made. Very expensive, time, labor-intensive. Well, now they're going to a new type of technology called a cell line technology. And they're using dog kidney cells, they're using caterpillar egg cells. And what they do with that is there's a big vat of these cells, and they inject the viruses in there. And so then they can harvest flu vaccine every 6 to 8 weeks. With the egg process, you had one flu shot season per year because it was very time and expensive technology. Well, in order to get funding to create their new cell line technology factories, they had to create a pandemic so the government would fund it, which they did all over the world. There's a new one, it's Novartis's new flu shot factory should be coming online in about a year in North Carolina. Lots of new jobs down there to create flu shots and in the flu shot factory, and it's going to be made from dog kidney cells. So now you're going to be getting dog DNA injected in you. There's another technology that uses cells from aborted retinas, of aborted fetal tissue. That's coming online for flu shots. And they're also using something called a baclofen, which is made from insect cells. So now you'll be getting insect cell DNA injected into you. These things are filthy. And why would you ever want that into your system? To keep you from getting the flu? My goodness, flus come and go for almost everybody. And, and even people that have chronic diseases and that they're more concerned about, we don't want people with heart disease, high blood pressure, cancer, whatever, getting the flu. Were flu shots ever really tested on those people? The answer is no. When they come out with a new flu shot or any new vaccine, they test it on completely healthy people. If, let's say there's a new flu shot coming out for babies, completely healthy babies that have no underlying health conditions, they're on no medications, they're completely healthy. We test to see what the side effects look like. There aren't very many. Oh, now it's approved. Who gets those shots? The kids with asthma, allergies, seizure disorders, cancer, leukemia. That's a new population for which those vaccines have never been tested. And the same thing happens in adults.